What's up guys, gals, and non-binary pals? Welcome back to Art by Flan! Today is the last Saturday of the month, and that means it's time for our bi-monthly sketchbook tour. And today we're going to be doing something a little different because I am using two sketchbooks, and I feel like the stuff in this sketchbook is a little lacking. I don't have a lot in this one for some reason. I'm also going to be giving you guys a look at my Tone Can sketchbook, which I'm really loving using. But we will start with the traditional sketchbook first. As you can see, I have nonsense all over it. I ended up finding an old DeviantArt bumper sticker from the early 2000s and some cow stickers, and I got some cute little sugar skull washi tape that I love, which you can see I have on my desk here too. So let's crack her open and take a look inside. This is you can't see it, but it's a watercolor sketchbook. I ended up grabbing a watercolor just to try it out. I don't like it as much as I like the mixed media, but I don't do a lot of watercolor, so... but I do have a set. I did pick up a watercolor set, a little Winsor & Newton baby set. I haven't used it a lot, so I'm just practicing with that in my own time. The first page of the sketchbook, since that's what we're actually talking about here, is my swatch page of the colored pencils and Copics and pens that I had at the time of making this. I've since gotten more, but this is what I had at the time. I just haven't updated the swatch page. First we have a doodle. Like when I started this sketchbook, I was really in an art rut, and I think that's a theme that sort of carried out through the rest of it. I haven't been super happy with everything I've done, and it's just sort of me trying to work through it. But I am happy with this one color-wise. Pose-wise, it's a bit of a letdown. But anyway, this is one of my OCs. This is one of my other OC's mother. The character's name is Caesar, but this is his mother, Aurelia. She was a bit of a pirate in her youth, but this is sort of, I've been redesigning her, and this is sort of the final product I came up with. I really enjoy how the colors on this one came out. And on this one, we have my character, Jaku. At this point, I don't know if you guys probably can't see on camera, but there's a lot of indentions, I've already did a lot of erasing. I started just looking at random stock images for pose reference to kind of get more dynamic images in my sketchbook. So that's what's going on here. I just drew Jaku and I colored it in Copics. This one is another random chick, again, just referencing poses from stock images. And she doesn't have any toes because I didn't feel like drawing toes, so she just has Barbie feet. But I like how this one came out too. I especially like the coloring in her hair. But yeah, like these first few images I'm pretty okay with. This is some notes and some sketches on one of my newer, well, I say it's newer, a revamped version of my older OCs. I just drew her to get her proportions right and just to make some notes to myself, things like what her teeth look like, her ears, whether she has claws, and just stuff like that. Same character, but I forgot her horns in this picture, just in more of a modern clothing. I really just wanted to draw her in a modern setting. I figured she'd be a jogger, and so that's what I drew her as and colored everything in Copic. So this one was done around the time, I don't know if you guys were a part of that, around the big My Chemical Romance hype happened, when they released that mysterious video announcing the 10th anniversary of the Black Parade or whatever, and it was like this resurgence of early 2000s emo culture, and I was so excited, so I drew this. This is the kind of stuff you would have seen me draw if you knew me in high school. Just a chibi of my character Maya. I kind of like how the blue the dark blue, but the light blue is really grody. Like you can't really see it on camera, but it's not a smooth blend, which is what I got sort of from the darker blues. But I do like how this came out. I think it's super cute. So if you've been watching my channel, you probably saw the digital version of this. Here is the traditional version of this. I changed up the colors, I think, in the digital version, but I really like both pieces. But digital translates better onto stuff. And I don't really have a great enough scanner to scan traditional stuff. But yeah, this is the digital version of the little monster Triclops girl I have. Did I say digital? I meant traditional. This one wasn't finished. My Copic was dying, and I just sort of put it on the back burner. I was like, oh, I'll finish it later when I refill, and I didn't refill, and I didn't finish it. But it's sort of cute. It was one of those days where I just wanted to get something out, just to draw something. I don't like how this paper, absorbs the Copic. It sort of lightens it a bit. I don't know, it really absorbs it, obviously, because it's supposed to absorb watercolor. But I think it absorbs it too much, so I probably won't be getting another watercolor sketchbook. But I may go back and do something with this when I actually refill my Copics. my character Maya again. Whenever I get into a rut, I always end up drawing her. So this one was done around the time I discovered a podcast called Lore. And it's about spooky stuff that happens, you know, all around the world, and I absolutely love it. And of course, a lot of them, the one I was listening to at the time took place in like a Victorian era. But so that's what I just drew. I just drew Maya in sort of Victorian-esque clothing and stuff, and I like the colors on this one too. Again, another situation where I was just trying to draw something for the day, because I try to draw a little something every day, even if it's not, you know, very good. But this is my character Iris. In just a cute little blue dress. I don't like how thick I did the top inks on this one. I think they take away from the picture. I think originally she was inked in blue, maybe? No, I think she was originally inked in black, but I did top inks with the new pen, and I don't quite care for how thick it made the lines. But it's super cute. I like how she came out. More doodles of some OCs. Like I said, I've been struggling a lot in this sketchbook and just hitting, art blocks left and right, so I'm just trying to push through it. Just, you know, I was gonna draw them as a couple, and I was like, I don't want to do that. And then I just drew, her name's Euless here, in some more armor, and then that's her, I'd say her significant other, Toulouse. He normally has these big, beautiful angel wings, and I doodled him with those little chibi-style nonsense wings, and he's not very happy about it. And then here's just another cute picture of them being all kissy. This was drawn on a day where stuff was going down in my personal life and it left me feeling really moody, so I just drew a smoking short-haired Maya in some kind of universe where she has and does those things. Like I said, Maya really becomes my default character when I can think of nothing else to draw. And we have another one of Jaku. I was obviously feeling better by this point. My personal issues worked out, and I wanted to draw something a little summery because summer's coming to a close where I'm at, and I just really liked this cute like pentagram harness top I'd seen somewhere online, so I drew Jaku with it because that's her kind of aesthetic, that's her style. Practicing with brush pens for a Fallout character. I was trying to get a feel for the character before I actually sat down and played the game again, which I ended up using her anyway, so it kind of worked out. But I just doodled these, you know, busts. That's the word I'm looking for, busts. I doodled the busts, and I just tried to decide to practice with a brush pen. This is Pentel, and this is just Sakura Pigma Micron brush pen in sepia. I don't have a black one, but I think I'll get a black one. I feel like I like the Pigma better because it's a bit smaller than the Pentel. The Pentel's pretty big, and if I were doing a bigger piece, it'd probably be better. But for the smaller pieces I do, I think I like the Sakura better. I'm just not good with brush pens. I'm so heavy-handed, it's not even funny. And the last page in this sketchbook so far is this. I was going to draw one of my Wacom Cintiq. That didn't turn out very well. I wasn't happy with the pose, I wasn't happy with the body, I wasn't happy with anything, so I just sort of abandoned it. And that's all so far in this sketchbook, except for my scrap pages in the back. But like I said, it looks like there's a lot, but I just don't feel like there's a lot in this particular sketchbook. So we're going to take a look at my toned tan sketchbook. I've had this one for a while, a lot longer than 2 months, but I was going to save it to go through when I'd finished everything, but that's going to take a while considering I trying to fill 2 sketchbooks at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a tour through this one. So here we have just a look at my swatch page for this one, because all the colors are going to react a bit differently on toned paper than they would, say, on white paper. Oh, I think I'm crooked. Hold up, guys. Woo! Let me readjust slightly. There we go. Now you're back on track. So this was just my first doodle testing out the paper. I really, there's not really a piece in here I don't like. There's some I care for less than others, but most of them I like. Like I said, this one was just me testing out the paper. I think she came out super cute, just a random girl. Again, another just random instance, trying out different colors on the paper. Like I said, I like this one. I like the floofy clouds I did and the little white sparkles. I think it came out pretty nice. This is a couple months old. My character Iris, done with blue inking pen. Like I said, if I want to draw on here, it's because I want to color and I want it to pop. But yeah, just my character Iris in a cute dress. You can't really tell on the caption, I think, but she does have little white sparkles on her dress. This was the only mermaid I did for Mermay. I didn't plan to do it the whole month, but I needed something to draw, and I wanted to use Copics on this paper, so I do the little alien-looking mermaid for Mermay. I wanted to try the sepia pins on this paper, and so that's what I did. I drew this cute little girl in a pink, you know, school uniform. I don't really like her legs, but I don't really like the legs I draw anyway. So this is a Friends character. She goes by Sammy on all of her social media, and I've known her for years, and she has this adorable cow vampire character named Samantha, and I really, really wanted to draw her, so I did, and that's who this is. I'm really, really happy with how this came out. Everything from the hair, to the makeup, to the shading on the red. I just love all of it, and I posted it on Instagram and Facebook and everywhere where she can see it, and she loved it too, so I may try and send this to her physically one day. Just a little tiny scribble of one of my Elder Scrolls Online characters, Lily. I really like how her yellows and stuff play with the brown on this paper. It's really, really nice. I really love toned paper. This is one of those one of those pieces that I don't hate, but I don't particularly like it either. Like, I wanted to play with purples and blues and kind of have a fading effect on her face, but I didn't have the purples and blues to actually do that at the time. So her face just came out a mess. And then I tried to do her like eyelashes in white, and that was a mess, and call it a failed experiment. I do something with the purple, and I do something with the same kind of color scheme later that came out much better. My character Caesar, you saw his mother in the last page. This one is just him in a modern setting. The original story he takes place in does not have cell phones or Starbucks. But I just wanted to draw him. Another shot of my character, Maya. Like I said, she's pretty much my default character. Just her in a cute dress, because I love coloring her hair. That's probably one of the best things. I have just the right amount of perfect reds to do her hair, and I absolutely love it. And I think we've all seen this one. This one was done as a speed draw on my channel, so you should definitely go check that out if you haven't seen this one being worked on. It's probably one of my favorites in the sketchbook. This was my original concept for my art trade with Bambi Art. I was going to do it traditionally because she did a lot of her work traditionally. So I was going to do that as well, but I did not like how the inks came out. Like when I originally inked it, everything was messy, so I tried to add line weight and it just became too thick and distracting, and I didn't care for it, so I didn't finish it. Playing with pinks and darker skin tones this time around. I really like how this one came out, actually. On the camera, like in real life, her skin looks almost too dark, which I guess her skin can't be too dark. But on the camera, it looks just right. It looks A+. So here I am again with that purple concept, purple skin and hair, and I think it came out much better this time. I also really love the cream highlights I did on her like sash thing. So I really like how I like the concept, and I like how this one came out. This was another attempt for that that collab I did with Bambi Art. I was going to do just maybe like a girl peeking out of the water, but then I felt like maybe that wasn't enough for a piece on its own, so I ended up scrapping that idea, and I came back and colored it later, and inked it in blue, which I'm really happy how it came out this time. Normally when I ink things in color, it just feels like that color is just too distracting, but on this one, because the majority of the picture is blue, I think it came out really, really well. I posted this one on my Instagram, but I didn't post a finished version because obviously I have not finished it. This is one of my Skyrim characters. I recently got back into playing it for a little bit, and I made a cute little dark elf spell sword that I was having a lot of fun playing, so I drew her, but I kind of made up the outfit as I went, and I wasn't entirely happy with all of this red, because these are supposed to be two separate pieces, but I colored them both red, and so now I'm just trying to think of a color for all the rest of this. If you can think of one, let me know in the comments, and I might use that. But yeah, I would like to finish this. I just gotta get over my fear of colors. And here we have I think it is, yep, last piece in the sketchbook. It is probably one of the best designs I've ever done for an otaku senshi of mine. You saw the preliminary sketch in the other sketchbook, but this is what I ended up doing with it the next day when I felt a bit more confident. and I really, really like this design. So I may be doing her digitally at some point, but it says I really like this design and this look and this character in general. When I was younger, all I used to do is make up fan characters for Sailor Moon, or make up new forms for my fan characters for Sailor Moon. So creating, you know, outfits for Senshi is something I do habitually. It comes to me so naturally because that's what I've done for so long, and this is probably one of my absolute favorites. She is an alien, obviously. She's not from Earth or Earth's solar system. I did want to make a traditional, like, green skin alien Sailor Scout, and that's what I've done. So that was a look at all of my sketchbooks that I have going so far. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. I'll try and make sure that my next one in 2 months is a bit more interesting than this one. But I hope you guys like what you see. Don't forget to leave a comment below. Give this video a like, share it around, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!